So one morning, I was sitting on the front porch, sipping on sweet tea that was mostly moonshine, when my last good tooth finally gave up and launched itself into the yard like it was trying to escape a prison fight. Cousin Skeeter, who was halfway through gutting a watermelon with a weed whacker, looked over and said, "Shit, your grill's looking like a picket fence after a tornado." It was true. I'd been long overdue for some dental care, but dentists in Chittville are rarer than sober folks at the annual tobacco festival. Lucky for me, old Dr. Jones, our local dental specialist / taxidermist, put a flyer up at the feed store saying he was running a limited time special on hand-carved hardwood dentures. He said they were made from 100% reclaimed barn timber, sturdy, splintery, and built to chew. I couldn't afford his normal barter price, which was a full-grown hog or 3 sacks of squirrels, but I did have one ace up my sleeve, Darla, my emotional support armadiller. Darla wasn't just any armadiller, and she was pregnant, with a full litter. She'd been with me through thick and thin, once even fought off a raccoon over a Slim Jim. But I figured if I wanted to chew beef jerky again without swallowing it whole, sacrifices had to be made. So I showed up to Doc Haversnort's shack clinic with Darla in a box labeled Live Fishing Bait. The doc peeked in, let out a whistle, and said, "Hot damn, she's plump. I could breed her, mount one of the kids, and still have leftovers for stew night. You got yourself a deal, Shit." We shook on it. Well, he shook with one hand while holding a belt sander in the other. Said he was gonna start carving my new chompers right then and there, using reclaimed walnut from the old outhouse behind the VFW. 2 hours later, he handed me a set of teeth that looked like they belonged to a haunted cuckoo clock. Each molar had a different wood grain pattern, and the canines had little carved flames on them for style. I popped them in and felt like a whole new man. Finally, I could gnaw through jerky, corn nuts, and even Cousin Skeeter's boot leather stew without fear. Only problem, every time I smiled, I gave off a faint smell of varnish, and any time I chewed too fast, they made a sound like an old screen door slamming. Kids ran, dogs barked. But dang it, I had dignity again. A week later, the doc called and thanked me again. Turns out Darla gave birth to 7 baby armadillers, and he sold 3 as pets, 2 for meat, and kept 1 for racetrack training. The last one he mounted with a tiny cowboy hat and set it up in his waiting room under a plaque that read, "Shit's Contribution to Modern Dentistry." Folks in town started calling me Chitt Mouth. I leaned into it. Got a custom truck decal, a new CB handle, and even did a commercial for the doc's office. If you need teeth that last through pork rinds and street fights, call Doc Haversnort Jones. Tell him you want the Chitt Mouth special. Moral of the story? If you ever lose your last good tooth and need to barter with livestock, make sure that livestock's expecting. You'll get a better deal, and your legacy might just get etched into Chittville history, one splintered smile at a time. Heifers and hellfire. May your beer always be cold, your cousin's really cute, and your outhouse never tip over in a windstorm. And don't forget to holler at me online at ohchitt.com. That's OHCHITT.com. Thank ya.